One of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. I just see some of these things, and this is just my personal feeling. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky 3, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt, who that was his name, or Hulk Hogan, okay?
Floyd is not interested in boxing anymore.
Okay.
So he's interested in cashing in on events.
Before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. This is what I'm waiting for.
Speaking out about the Manny Pacquiao rematch, outspoken experts Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman rekindled controversy by criticizing Floyd Mayweather Jr. for publicly calling it an exhibition despite reports of signed contracts for a real fight. According to Stephen A., Mayweather is purposefully manipulating the circumstances.
You like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
Like Stephen A., many commentators speculate that Floyd Mayweather's comments regarding the Pacquiao rematch being an exhibition may be a deliberate maneuver rather than a true misunderstanding or violation by framing the fight in a contentious or provocative manner. He might be trying to get more attention and conversation about the fight.
I think that this is just a selling point. I think ultimately Mayweather has to agree to whatever the contract is. If it's a fight, I think one of the comments the other day really made a point that, one of the comments in our chat made a point that, has really stuck with me. Mayweather has to know the terms he agreed to. Come on, I mean, you can't just sign something and not know those terms. You gotta know that if it is, in fact, it has to be a fight, then he would do this. And he knows he's got to go through with a fight. He may just be saying this just to sell the fight in general, just to sell it as, make it a talking point, make it a controversial point, so that people want to wind up, talking about it more. It becomes a topic of discussion, and then from that perspective, people end up watching. More people end up watching it because it becomes more of a polarizing topic of conversation. So I don't know. I see this eventually getting straightened out. I think it has to. I mean, Floyd has to fight right now. I think Mayweather probably wants to fight right now. I mean, Mayweather wants to fight and probably has to fight right now, and Pacquiao seems to want to and have to as well. So in one way or another, I think it's going to get straight.
Mayweather's public description of the rematch as an exhibition, which went against Pacquiao's claims, as well as the comprehension of promoters, broadcasters, and other stakeholders engaged in the event's planning, sparked a controversy. Red flags were instantly raised by this abrupt change in the story. Mayweather has been accused of breaking the contract by Manny Pacquiao Promotions. They asserted that Mayweather signed several contracts attesting to the fight's status as a professional one, and that official records and digital signatures serve as proof.
By chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight, okay. Yeah, because I know he said...
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight, yeah.
The Sphere still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean.
Yeah. So it's still happening then?
He has to remember that.
But it's still on? It's still happening?
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why,
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't,
Yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improved and better strategy compared to the last one.
Has been a breach of contract in terms of what Mayweather had to say the fight weekend of Fundora and Thurman. Apparently he did an interview, said that it was an exhibition, that these guys didn't have anything to prove, that their legends were already set in stone, and that it would be an exhibition. He wasn't sure if it was going to be at the Sphere. Apparently, that is not true. According to a Boxing Scene article that interviewed Jazz Mathur, the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, said that, yes, the fight is contracted for the Sphere, booked at the Sphere, scheduled at the Sphere for September 19th. It is booked as a professional fight. not as an exhibition. It was never booked as an exhibition, which makes sense because Netflix got behind it, and I would assume that they would not want an exhibition. We said the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, we said that this fight has to be a real fight and not an exhibition because one, Netflix is involved, two, Manny Pacquiao wants that get back, and two, also just betting lines. It's a huge aspect of this sport, and this kind of fight is going to generate a ton of money.
Max Kellerman asserts with confidence that Monty Pacquiao would easily defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a rematch. He notes that Pacquiao has been more aggressive lately, using sharper combinations and a relentless pace, implying that Mayweather would be overpowered by those advantages. Manny Pacquiao has steadfastly rejected the notion of an exhibition fight and has continuously campaigned for an actual rematch. He insists that the fight should be considered a real professional competition rather than a spectacle. It is increasingly doubtful that the fight will go under exhibition regulations or without a clear contractual agreement on competitive terms because this position directly conflicts with Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s stated preference.
Pacquiao is the active, sharper fighter by the time he fights Floyd in a rematch, and Floyd would be in danger of being stopped. And in that fight, there is a very good chance that Pacquiao will stop Floyd Mayweather.
What? It's up to him. If he come out to retirement, then we'll have a Mayweather Pacquiao too.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. Like I want if Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like I want fight. Like there's a.
According to reports, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was paid in advance for a professional fight with Manny Pacquiao. There are concerns about whether altering the bout status could be in contradiction with the original contractual agreements because those monies were purportedly predicated on the fight receiving official sanction. Stephen A. Smith has publicly criticized Floyd Mayweather Jr., questioning the kind of opponents the unbeaten champion has selected in recent years. According to Kellerman, Floyd has perfected a tactic of accepting high-paying, low-risk fights against UFC fighters and YouTubers who aren't elite boxers, which enables him to earn enormous sums of money without having to deal with the risks of competing against today's finest professional fighters.
Mayweather has already taken a cash advance payment of his purse for the upcoming Manny Pacquiao rematch on Netflix, despite it currently being in jeopardy. I don't even know how that's possible. Who gave him a cash advance before they even got to the fight? I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partially. But still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make.
When you're that great and you're that elite, no one not just anyone deserves to be in the ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. A lot of people out there wish they could be in the ring, on a basketball court with a LeBron James. All right? You don't deserve it. You're not him. You're not on his level. He's so elite. He's so phenomenal. You don't deserve to be in that arena with him unless you've earned it. So that's just how I look at it. These exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Mayweather's ongoing participation in exhibition bouts against non-boxers and crossover sportsmen adds yet another level of controversy. Mayweather's scheduled exhibition fights, including one with kickboxer Mike Zambides, have even been accused of violating the Pacquiao contract. CEO Jazz Mather has maintained that the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is still scheduled and would be an official professional fight despite the continuing concerns. He emphasizes that both fighters are keeping good shape and sharpness despite their age, making the showdown a meaningful and fascinating contest rather than a mere demonstration. He believes the bout will be explosive, extremely competitive, and worthy of its worldwide buzz.
Floyd was like, well, actually, from the fighter's point of view, my best interest is take minimal risk, maximum reward, not get hit, get out with all my money and all my marbles, right? Like, that's in the fighter's best interest. Fighters and fans' interests diametrically opposed. And so what Floyd figured out after a while, for example, with Pacquiao, Stephen A., is I don't have to fight this dude at the height of his powers. I can wait. Okay, I'll fight him now. Now there's pent-up demand. I got to make 5 times more than I would have made back then to fight a guy who's not as dangerous as he was back then. That's smart. And then what he realizes, wait a minute, because Conor McGregor's rise, I don't even have to fight fighters, boxers. I can fight dudes who don't box and make $100 million. Now, what fool wouldn't do that if he could? Why fight a guy who's trained his whole life to box you for $30 million when you can fight a guy who hasn't trained his whole life boxing for $100 million? Well, of course, Floyd's right about that, so that's what he did. And since then, he's realized, Stephen A., he never has to get in the ring with a dude who's trained his whole life to box, and he can make money. Whether it's a Japanese kickboxer, right, who's smaller than him, whether it's Logan Paul, who's a YouTube star who's twice his size, it doesn't matter. If you haven't trained in boxing your whole life, it's easy work for Floyd at any age, and he's going to make tens and tens of millions of dollars.
Would be one of the most detrimental moments in Floyd Mayweather's career. Floyd Mayweather is back. Iron Mike Zambidis is actually from K1. And this dude was a monster. From the highlights I've seen, he would walk up to you, fire off combinations, and send your chin into the 4th dimension. Here's the only problem. His last fight was 10 years ago. So I don't expect Zambidis to, put on a masterful performance against Mayweather and beat him. But I also don't expect Mayweather to do a lot of damage to Zambidis. Mayweather's 48 years old. Mike Zambidis is 45 years old. If Mike Zambidis comes in and he's got that, quick style where he can just unload pressure on Floyd Mayweather, again, this could be a huge moment for Zambidis and a detrimental moment for Mayweather. So, what do you think of Floyd Money Mayweather versus Iron Mike Zambidis?
The proposed rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is expected to be held over 10 to 12 rounds with 8-ounce gloves, aiming to balance safety and competition. While Pacquiao's team supports a 147-pound limit, Mayweather's camp has yet to confirm the weight as negotiations continue for what could be a major boxing event. The first fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao was a record-breaking global event, often called the fight of the century. And according to Max Kellerman, Netflix is pushing for a rematch mainly to recreate that nostalgia rather than deliver a true elite-level contest.
The demand is going to match up to the expectations.
Better. I think that demand-wise, look, people are always going to have comments. They're always going to have something to say. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people are saying, oh, this fight's not going to do that great. Or why are they doing this? They're so old. They're this, that. Those are going to be the first people that are going to want to watch it. I think leading up closer to the fight, when people start seeing their training camp videos, and then they're going to be like, wow, like this is not a joke. These guys are in serious conditioning, right? There's a lot of time you see boxers, they're in their early 20s, they're great. And when they hit their mid 30s, they're completely out and they just can't continue anymore. These guys are different. They're built different. They are different. There's a reason why they're global icons, not just boxers.
To some of the key particulars as well. How many rounds is the fight? What weight will it be contested at? What ounce gloves will be used? Can you share some details there?
So 10 to 12 rounds, 8-ounce gloves. The weight has not been confirmed yet. Okay, we're still waiting on Floyd's side for this one, but it'll be we're hoping around 147 is what Manny wants.
Gotcha. And it sounds like the rounds could be either 10 or 12?
10 or 12, yeah.
And these will be 3-minute rounds?
Yeah.
In the debate over legacy, Max Kellerman and others compare Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, with some favoring Mayweather's perfect record and defense, while others value Pacquiao's aggressive style and achievements across multiple weight classes. Ultimately, both are seen as all-time greats and the debate remains subjective. In preparation for his rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr., Manny Pacquiao has intensified his training, reportedly sparring 30 to 36 rounds daily to sharpen his speed, endurance, and focus. Known for his discipline and work ethic, Pacquiao is treating the fight as a serious professional bout rather than an exhibition, aiming to compete at the highest level. Oh, you think Mayweather is acting wisely from a commercial standpoint, or does this compromise boxing's integrity? Leave a comment with your ideas.